Give them $1,500 and tell them, don't call me back. Call the others. I see you're shaking no, so I think you disagree with me. RJ will rather have them in squalor with bellies round from white bellies. We're talking about white bellies as round as a balloon.
So am I wrong for refusing to finance my parents? Because they help my siblings and never me. That's the full title. I'm 30. I'm a man of 30, the oldest of 5, and my siblings are 28, 27, 25, and 23. 23 respectively. Our parents were always generous with giving money when asked for it, except when it was me. I was told I should learn to work hard. I was told I didn't need the new video game or toy. I was told earning money was the only way I'd ever have money, and I hadn't earned money from them. But my siblings, they could get whatever they wanted. When I first graduated college, I ended up struggling financially because where I went to work, the cost of apartments were so high. LA or New York? Let us know. I asked my parents if they could help, and they said no. I ended up in a shelter for a few weeks and then rented a dump of an apartment with a friend who found himself in the same situation. They not only helped my siblings through college, which they didn't do for me, but they gave each of them lump sums after they graduated to help them get started in life.
Oh, shit.
They also helped them out when asked over the years. During the Uncle Vit years, especially. During 2020 to 2022. They didn't offer any money to help toward mine and my wife's wedding. We didn't ask either. But it stood out more when my sister, at 28 years of age, got engaged, and our parents had mentioned money for all the weddings. Again, it was all except for mine. Only now, this has all caught up with them, and they are in a very tight spot with money. They're asking me for money too. They told me they need so mine and my wife's help, and we should do it because of how great they have been. They never say no to any of us. I told them they never helped me with ish, that they prefer to see me homeless rather than help me out. They argued back that it never happened and I could have asked if things were that bad. I showed them screenshots of text where I brought up the topic after asking them verbally. My parents dismissed it and then told me they're still my parents and I'm the most settled and I could afford to help them.
I'm trying to guilt them.
I admitted that I could, but I didn't feel they had earned it. My parents are calling me spiteful and are saying I should help my parents rather than see them lose everything. I told them to ask the kids who they helped. My siblings were also pissed and said no. My siblings were also pissed and said I said no. They told my mom and dad. They told me mom and dad don't deserve my pettiness. Am I wrong here? Am I the a-hole?
I have a question. Did the others already gave some money?
I don't know if they gave money, but at least he's saying that he has. I'm guessing that they either did and it wasn't enough, because the reason why I'm saying it is I read somewhere. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Only now this has all caught up with them and they are in a very tight spot with money. They're asking me for money too. So I'm guessing
So
they went to the
gave-
rest,
yeah.
but they're like, hey, he's the millionaire of the family.
Bunch of
Come.
bums.
Come, my child.
They ask bunch of bums the money and they don't have money. So this is how I look at it. We're talking here about someone who's been through the fire, and the reason why he's been through the fire is because the parents didn't hand him anything. He had to fight, crawl his way out of the gutter. It's through his parents that made him how he is. Going through walls to proceed and become better than everyone else. They help your siblings and made them vaginas, softies. They don't have the perseverance of a guy like you, and now they come back to you. The only way to do it, I understand why he's pissed at them. I understand that he wants to be petty because they didn't give you anything. You had to crawl from the gutter, literally, because he was in the gutter and they didn't help him a finger. And now they try to guilt him into saying you showed him the evidence, the receipts, and now they try to spin it again. This is like they're like politicians. So all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I'll say this. Give him a donation, tell him to screw off. Because at the end of the day, they helped you being who you are. Even though they didn't give you anything, it helped you to be who you are today. The money getter, the millionaire of the family. Give him $1,500 and tell him, don't call me back. Call the others. I see you're shaking no, so I think you disagree with me. RJ will rather have them in squalor with bellies round from white bellies. We're talking about white bellies as round as a balloon with only air. That's how RJ is gonna say, leave them out there in huts and in tents. White bellies. I want to see that one. Let's put that on the picture. Let's put that on the ads. White bellies as round as a football or soccer ball, how you want to call it. That would look crazy, by the way. I can say something, but I'm not gonna say it. RJ,
I don't agree with you, in the sense that I don't think he has a responsibility to do anything. They chose to have a kid. He didn't choose to be in this world. So I wouldn't even give them $1. You need to I'm the last person that's against tough upbringing. But you need to always be sure or be mindful of what you're creating. You let this dude live in a shelter.
Oh, you talking about the parents right now?
The parents.
They made a monster. They made a monster.
They created someone. They created a monster that's like probably a go-getter, go get his money, and knows how to survive. It's been lost, didn't have anything, so he probably values everything he has, but he clearly feels that he wasn't loved. And now all the other kids got something. The reason why the other kids can't do anything was because you only did it with him and not the rest. I believe, KR, that if the parents have treated if the parents had treated every single one of them the same, and I have to say there's like some exceptions, because 2 of them are women, 2 of them are men. At least treat the men the same way. then at least the guy would see, oh, this is the way they wanted to bring up. They decided to do the upbringing, wanted to create tough children. But when you're treating one child one way and 4 other children a completely different way, that's just you're basically creating a monster. And now to guilt trip, how dare you guilt trip? Because it was your responsibility to make sure that he could stand up on his 2 feet. That's their responsibility. I can completely I understand why he feels the way he feels. It's a tough decision to make. I can understand what you're saying as well. So I'm not saying that, just to be clear, I'm not saying that he shouldn't pay something, but whatever he pays, KR, we both know that it's not gonna be enough. We both
That's
know
why you gotta give him the 500 to tell him to F off.
Either you do or you don't. What
do you think is more disrespect? What do you think is more disrespect? No money or $500?
Let me put it like this.
You know how disrespectful it is? You give someone who expects 10,000 from you 500 and tell him to F off. It's like giving him $2 to the man panhandling on the streets, trying to get you to give him $10.